Hello again, it's time for another project. Today we're going to have a go at setting some fish stickers into this little wooden coaster. I made this a while back. It's on one of my other videos where I incorporated bottle caps into it. But I'm going to put some sticker fish in with some resin, a couple of leaves, and see what we ended up with. Now the actual stones, because it's quite narrow, just don't have the room to put proper pebbles in. So I just printed some off like that, cut it to shape, and stuck it in there. I use Mod Podge. You can stick it in with some resin, super glue or anything. And once that's set, we're good to go. The stickers I'm going to use are these, which I just purchased from eBay. Reasonably cheap. Plenty of different varieties like so. And the idea is that you put a bit of resin into your coaster, container, whatever you're going to use. You let it set and you stick the first sticker on. Cover it with a layer of resin, let it set, put your next sticker on. Cover with resin, let it set, put your final sticker on, and then cover with resin. To me, that's a lot of time waiting in between for that resin to set. So I'm just going to try and do it in one go. So resin sticker, resin sticker, resin sticker, like so. It might not work, but we've given it a try. So pick out your two fish you want. I'm just going to do two of the same. These are all numbered, and apparently you start from the top to the bottom, or if the numbers are the other way on, left to right, or whatever. So these are ones I'm going to use, two number 21s, and the idea that they sit on top like so, inside the resin. Right, let's get on and get this one sorted. Also along the way, got the same idea is with leaving effect. So these just peel off, they're still quite firm, and we'll set that in there like so, in the resin, to see what's what. See how it works out. First of all, we'll mix up our resin. Right, the resins we're going to use today is Amazing Clear Cast. I love this stuff. I've tried 3 or 4 different types of resin, and this is the only one that really works for me. What I do like about this is you mix it 50-50, which is basically, I just mark a size of a cup. We'll say an inch, like so, and an inch like so, and basically fill up 1 inch of resin, and you fill up 1 inch of the hardener. Once you've got the two, I'll just tip one into the other and mix it. They do say transfer them into a third container. I've never had any issues. I've never bothered with a third container. So once we've filled these up, I'll pour that into there, and then we'll give it a good old mix. Follow the instructions like so. Always have your gloves on, of course. And then we're ready to pour. So I'll mix this off camera because it's just basically just pouring that into there and that into there. And we'll come back when this resin is mixed. Right, we've mixed up our resin. So that's basically 1 inch of each, resin and hardener. Now the first stage is to pour it straight in here, and then we'll start putting our fish in. So we'll put a bit in first. That's basically just the line, the base of that. Pure guesswork on how much resin I need. But we get the main of it in, we can always mix up a bit more. Okay, that's our first coat of resin in. I'm quite happy with that one. What you could do in between, just to stop a lot of bubbles, is to basically just skim over like that. and that will just release any air bubbles that are in there. Personally myself, I don't mind a few bubbles in. It just makes it look more realistic. So you can see we've lined that. Let's get our first fish in. The idea, I'm going to put 2 in, so one's swimming that way and one's swimming the other. So, like I say, the top bit first. So hopefully that should come off. Like so. Then we'll just find a place where we want to pop them in. They'll be fine for me. So that one's in. Same with this one. Like so. And all we're just going to do is pop him in there as well. He says if he can get it off his finger. There we go, that'd be fine. What I've done, use a cocktail stick or something. I've actually broken the prongs off it deliberately. Just give me one to play with. So, they're going to be our 2 fish. So there's the first 2 set in. I'm quite happy with that. Now all we need to do is a little bit more resin again. So a small coating of resin again over those. Wipe that bit off there. Like so. Right, so they're in. I have noticed they're starting to slide about a bit, so we're not going to have much play with that, are we? So we're going to have to keep this quite still. And we'll just pop the next one down, and we'll pop that on top as well now. So that one will go on there, like so. The hardest bit's getting that bit of thing off there, isn't it? So that one's on, and we just gently just slide it into place. I do apologise for the quality of the videoing. So that one's on. That's all we can do with that. Now the same on the other side. Which is this one. Next one down. So we'll pop him on this one here. And slide it into place. Okay, we've got that one on. Near enough what we want. Just take a little resin on top just to hold it in place. Right, that's 2 out of 2 so far. So we're going to top up with resin again and put the final one on. what I'm going to do at this stage now is basically just drop in some of these. Let's pick a couple out, eh? So we'll leave that one, that's quite big. And we'll drop that in there like so. The hardy bit is being sticky. Just find it sticking to your fingers. So we'll throw that in there like so. We'll have another one in the middle, shall we? Just to separate those two. That one looks quite nice, so we'll have that one. Okay, you can more or less see what's going on. I'll put the final one off camera and then we'll come back when it's time to top them all up. Okay, just about to see, we've got those in position. There is slight bits of movement on it, but nothing to be concerned about. I'm just going to top this up now. Just level with the surround of the wood. And then we'll leave this to set. And hopefully we'll see what it looks like, shall we? So that's going to be enough in there for now. It's just a tester run is this one basically at the end of the day. Just to see if it will work without having to do a layer, let it set, a layer and let it set. So that's all I've gone in there. I've broken a little prong off one of the forks just to move this about a bit slightly. Should we have a bit of movement. And then I'll put our lighter on top and we'll see what it's like once it's set. This gets rid of the air bubbles, remember? So I'll do this a couple of times over the next 5-10 minutes as it is setting, just to make sure we've got them all out. Okay, we'll come back tomorrow once it's set and we'll see what we've ended up with. Right, we've come back and that's all nicely set, and that basically is the end of this little project, just a quick one. So, a couple of fish set in resin, fish stickers by the way. Did it work? It's okay. It might be better letting the resin set in between each layer. We'll certainly try that another day. But for this one, this little project is over. Thank you for watching.